Hello YouTube viewers, welcome to my channel Science to Technology. In today's show, Future Friday, we're gonna talk about Praan filterless air purifier. Yes, filterless. It's not a rechargeable filter. There is no filter. It's filterless air purifier. So let's dive deep into it. So what exactly is the problem? Well, as our technology and tool uses improved, we kind of failed to keep emissions in track. It does not matter whether it's a production environment, metal furnaces, coal power plants, things of this nature. Basically, we did not seal them properly. And the emissions, and emission means exhaust and, things that are escaping without your notice. So those things, both of those combined created a nightmare, which we call air quality. Now, air quality is like an upper limit, meaning it can only degrade to a point before your lungs are like, I'm out. Meaning it's like a temperature. India is reaching very dangerous temperature, meaning if you get exposed to hot air as in like ambient air, you might just go up like permanently. So 55 degrees Celsius is kind of upper limit your body can handle. Once you reach 60 degrees Celsius is like outside hot air is dangerous. So same way air quality has upper limit, meaning your lungs has an upper limit. It's like, bro, I can't just like lol it. There is a upper limit. You have to give me at least this clean level of air. So if we do not take care of it, things will get out of hand. And be mindful, at this point in time it is so bad in certain places, be it Delhi, be it Beijing, and certain industrial area is so bad that it's recommended, if you are pregnant, yeet out of there. Just yeet out of there. Does not matter, yeet out of there. Because here still you have to understand, adult lungs have far more surface area. It can handle a bit of like oomph. But while you are developing, if you starve that puppy with less surface area and carcinogenics, yeah, it's not good. Let's just put it that way. It's not good. So there is upper limit and we really have to handle it. And as of now, because again, we did not handle at source early enough, it's a very big problem. It's too huge right now. It's almost so huge where it's like somehow humanity is like, oh, we're going to do the CO2 emission, but about air pollution, we are not talking about it. Why? It's unsolvable almost. So that's the problem. And again, let that be very clear. It's worldwide. And right now, Delhi, as in like India's capital, is the boogeyman. So Beijing, when they are talking about it, is like, we are not, actually, they are worse than us in certain regards. And basically, Germany capital is like, we have to control it. Otherwise, we'll become Delhi. So that's how we are the boogeyman right now. So things are bad. Let's just be very clear. Things are bad. And only thing is where you are in the decline. So some are very far off, some are very early, but like it is going out of hand very quickly worldwide. So Praan, this company, Praan simply means in Sanskrit, your soul, life, so to say. Life would be correct translation. So founded by Angad, Daryani. I'm sorry, I'm very bad at pronouncing names. And yes, it's a Hindi name, sorry. He started with this idea in 2017. Now you have to understand, the Georgia Tech University where he used to study, they had an idea. Some professor came up with this brilliant idea. It's like, take all the smart people, put it in the room, and give them, you have unlimited budget, unlimited time, solve the problems. And only rule is physics, meaning you have to be logical in order to like do things. So they had like ideas, and he came up with the idea, what if we clean the whole city's air? Now he has asthma issue, so he is very sensitive to bad air quality. So fundamentally, that's how the seed was planted in 2017, and he came up with the moonshot idea. It's like, what if we had a bigger puppy of this to actually clean the whole city's air? Now his professor was very wise man. He bitch slapped him, and it's like, bro, you can't do that. Law of physics forbids you from doing that. And he was like, if you want to understand atmospheric dynamics and all that, they'll explain to you. It's like, you can keep removing it, but you will never be able to clean it, so to say. So they explain that part. It's like, yeah, you can't. Enclosed spaces, GG. Open city air, no. So that's the like law of physics. It's not like they are not trying hard enough, or like, we need better technology. Law of physics is like that. No. So, but again, the idea was good. So what about the technology? Well, thankfully the technology is ancient, which we call it electrostatic precipitator technology. Meaning the reason why we are all not already dead is simply because our coal plants, basically really, really dirty things, utilizes these puppies. So this puppy is high voltage. So you take rods, okay, and you pump GG amount of high voltage. How high voltage? GG amount. So numbers are too small for it. Like, it's huge, ludicrously high voltage. And what it creates is corona discharge, so to say. So corona is basically ionizing sort of ecosystem. So in that environment, air does not care. It's like, who cares? But particles get a like bombarded by it. So penalty of that is like it gets statically charged from electrons, and then they get attracted to the grounded part, and they're like, okay, I got into the grounding plate. And there is the critical part. You are literally, gas is flowing, gas does not care. Particle is flowing, particle gets blown by the ionic wind, and then it's like get attached to a plate which is negative from its vantage point, charged, so it's like stuck. So all the dust and debris and particles, bigger the better, and even smaller one is like, it's just like, whoosh. So you have literally coal furnace hot exhaust. It's like whoosh, and it's like, brah, I don't care. It just parts it. It's like, nope. So only CO2 and a certain level of gases can get out of it. Particles, nope. It just nopes the particle. Like, no, we are not having a discussion. It's like, nope. So it does that. And all the plates, they have these hammers. So as plates starts to saturate, quote unquote, hammers will be like, tutung, tutung, tutung. So shake all the dust, and all the dust will fall here. No chemical used. Nothing. Now, there are certain scenarios for certain industrial application you may want to use water, but most of the time, nothing. They are dry. So you collect it and you keep running it. As long as you can provide it electrical power, you do not have to worry too much about it. So these are very primary reason why humanity exists, because again, without it, coal power plants would not be viable. So it works. And everything about this is quite good, including efficiency. Now, how efficient these puppies are? 99%. As long as they are maintained and basically sized correctly. Of course, like a furnace has a oomph output of it, and not to mention the coal you are putting into it. So you have to extrapolate data from that point, and then be like, okay, we're gonna have this many stacks and this much energy going into it to clean it. And it's like, if it's undersized, of course it won't be like I can't clean it, it's just that I'm reaching saturation. So if sized correctly, this puppy is 99% efficient, meaning it makes our planet breathable. Otherwise, let that be very clear, we would be poofed long ago. So very high efficiency. And in terms of back pressure, it's also very low, because again, ion wind does not affect gas flow, so the drag on it is very low. So it's not like you need giant like you have to leave too much energy in the exhaust gases so it can go through this. No, it's cool. It's cool. So very effective thing, and very time tested. So if you're like, hey, I want to pick up a phone and order it, it's like there is at least 100 companies like, I got you, fam, everywhere. It's like it's a known, time tested, robust technology. It works. Do not think about it. So what this company is doing, Praan, well, what they are doing is they are intellectual properties miniaturizing this puppy. That's why I specified. Do not ask how high voltage these things are. So it's just GG voltage. So somehow they made sure that this puppy can be shrunk without causing any issues. So that's the IP. So how the heck they went something giant building to a bigger refrigerator size? That's their intellectual property. So we have these things, but again, you can understand the cost of these things. They only make sense where you have something really ugly. Then we're like, okay, we have to pay for it. But they're like, what if it's small? And what if you take care of more things rather than just really, really ugly things? So what are the limits of this technology, magical technology? While the technology is good, time tested, and it is GG in particulate matter, basically 10 mm to, 10 PM10 size and PM2.5 size, micrometer sizes. Micron sizes, sorry, micron sizes, which again, be mindful, which is the primary culprit for your health damages. Again, other gases also cause harm, but when it comes to particles, they're like the worst enemy, meaning if you clean particles majority of the time, most of the health issues will go away. Unless you have really poisonous gas, then it's a duh. So particulate matter, basically, to give you a context of it, dust particle, like which is like a normal natural sand dust particles, those could be 90 micrometer, and your human hair is around 50 to 70 microns. But when you come into pollen, that's why people get so much allergic reaction to pollen. Those puppy has 10. They are so small, they can just go through your quote unquote air filter and just like go into your bloodstream, and your body is like, what the hell? And then we have PM 2.5. Yeah, that is just, no, there is no filtering system that can handle it effectively. So these things just goes through your lungs, inside your lungs. So that's the issue. So PM part, PM 2.5, if you can filter all of these things out, you're done, sorted, good. Majority of pollutants will be taken care of, which this system can take care of. However, it's useless against gaseous pollutant, meaning I'm not talking particle, I'm talking pollutants, gases. So if you have volatile organic components, basically VOCs or NOx or sulfur oxides or gaseous odors, those will not be affected because again, they are too small to attract charges. So yeah, that creates an issue where there is a limit. Like it's really good at particle is like, bro, we clean that puppy. But when it comes to other things, gases, no. It's like, nope, that system is not there. Now, what can you do if you want to deal with them right now? Let's say you are in a hospital and you really need clean air room. What the hell are you going to do? Well, you have to use either filters like activated charcoal and things of that nature, or you can use some other add-ons. Again, let that be very clear. As of now, when I'm making this video, their website did not showcase some other technology that could handle NOx and sulfur oxides. Even VOC to some extent. There are technologies that use ultraviolet and some catalyst to get the stuff done, almost like how you have catalytic converter in your car. It can be handled. It's not impossible, but those things are not as time tested as this system. So as of now, pollutants wise, specifically gaseous pollutants are not taken care of, but particle matter is like, I got you. So which again, I can see if this company becomes a very successful, I can easily send them like, hey, now add this package to make it really clean. So that can be done. However, let that be very clear, GG for enclosed space, useless as outside. Like that's a law of physics problem. You cannot make it so it works outside, no matter how big you make it. They were simulating what if we have jet engine sucking air in. It's like, nope, still not. So there are certain limits. So you have to be realistic with it. Particle, got this. Gases, no, don't got this. So what can we expect in the future? Now, this technology reminds me of basically Indra Waters. It's a water company that is, again, almost similar thing, no filter and all that, they are filtering water. The idea is once water from every places gets mixed together in the sewage, it's almost impossible, almost stupid even trying to recover water from there. We can try it, it's just wasteful. But like, does not matter how toxic it is, as long as that's the only toxin that is being added. Let's say this is plant and for some reason it's dumping arsenic in the water. If you just have to remove arsenic from that water, done, take it, go home, sweet dreams. It's not an issue. It's just that if you have arsenic, mercury, lead, and then what we call forever chemicals, and then this, yeah, then go away. So that's the issue. If you can tackle something at source, it becomes a manageable problem. And this tool is directly targeting manufacturing sector, basically steel manufacturing sectors, other mining dirty stuffs. So if you can directly tackle at factories, you will not have them polluting the local area. And again, those are the source. That's why you can easily feel when you are crossing the road through those areas where industrial area. If each factories can take care of it, which again, this cannot clean the whole planet, but if you have an enclosed space, this is like, I got you, enclosed space, I got you. And it also allows them to recover. For example, if you are emitting something like that, that means that's being used by you. So throwing it away, it's costing you. So what if the system can give you all of it, almost all of it? So that's the whole point. The bucket, because it's not using any chemical, any sort of even water, it's a dry system. So you can just take it out and dump it back into the system. And again, they are using colored dye to expose it, but that's the whole point. You do not have to worry about it. It's just like, hey, what if, let's just say carbon, you are processing something that requires a lot of carbon, and you have all the carbon that is being collected without being contaminated with other things, and you just like, so it does make it a bit more manageable. The cost of this equipment becomes more manageable. They do have an IT stack on this that actually monitors the sensor with quite high resolution, but that's not the interesting part to me. So the part is that it can work. It can give you some amount of recurring revenue where it's like, okay, otherwise I would have lost this much productive material. It's good to take care of it. And it can really clean up some sectors. Not every single sector, but some sectors like, I got you. Some sectors it can truly help. And school offices, they are specifically focusing on school because again, as India's get hotter, we have to enclose basically children in air-conditioned environment. That means a closed ecosystem. At that point, we can filter the air. That will make them, because again, children is exposed to like 6-7 hours of school air if it's clean, and you are doing that again in home. So the penalty of dirty air would be minimized. Not eliminated, but minimized. And office, same thing. Office people are spending more time, like 10 hours, 12 hours, or maybe even more than that. So in those sort of scenario, having a clean air would really drastically, especially if you're coming from some place where your lungs is not pre-damaged, you would have a better productive life. So enclosed spaces, hospitals, office, school, those are, and their primary target is school, because again, children have not full size lungs yet. So they are focusing on that. And again, it's a viable system, because again, I can understand people like, hey, I have this electrical system and there is nothing else. It just consumes electricity. And now what the hell you're going to do once everybody starts to do this? I have no idea what the heck you're going to do with that much particle, but it can be done. And that's why I said, like, in factories it makes sense, because that material is like mostly that, like 99% that you can recycle it. But in other places, I can easily see some other use of this sort of fine dust particles, but that's for further discussion. And if this company is successful, I could easily see them adding some add-ons to handle gases also, because again, scientifically it is doable. So this is a very hopeful scenario, basically tackling pollution at its source before it becomes unsolvable, and doing it in such a way where it's like, I can actually see it working. Even if it's expensive equipment, it's something that I can see working, because hey, what if my employees actually have longer lifespan? What if my employees are not getting tired very quickly? What if my employees are productive? So there is what you call benefit, there is boost, basically same way why you put air conditioning in your office, so your workers are far more productive. Same goes with this, why clean the air, so people are far more productive. And again, your other things will also benefit indirectly. So this is a good unit, and I like the CEO's direct motive. Is like, again, he has asthma, so he's very sensitive to it. Is like, you know what, right now this idea of like, okay, I can just leave India and go to some other place, while that's cool and all, it's just that it's not a viable option for everyone. And again, you do not want it. That's just running away from the problem. And be mindful, all other places will also reach this bad state. It's just that we are ahead of schedule in this regard. So solving it is a priority, and he's directly working at it. Again, will it eliminate all the problems? No. Will it make a significant dent? Absolutely. And again, if we do it adequately, precisely, and like start to deploy this at mass, I could easily see this like slowly cleaning up those, like the stench of industrial sectors. And again, helping student have, and again, over time it will have effect, not day one, but over time. And we really have to change our mindset, where it's like, we shall take care of everything. Because again, 1950s, we did not care too much. We was like, okay, one car factory that is making few hundred cars a month, it's not an issue. Now we are like, okay, one car per minute. So that's a different ball game. So I'm happy about this. This gives me some faith, some hope, and let's see how it unfolds. So this was my presentation on basically filterless air purifier. Hopefully you have liked it, learned from it. In that case, please click the like button, share it amongst a friend. That will help me a lot. If you didn't like it, didn't enjoy it, I urge you to press dislike, press it twice to show me disappointment. Please leave a comment, because I do try to reply to all of them. Subscribe, press the bell icon if you're free, and as always, thanks for watching.